This morning we're down in Canton, North Carolina. We are going to interview Keith Brown, who is the vice president of the Waynesville plant down here. He operates an extruder.
That's correct.
Keith, how long have you been at the mill here?
Just celebrating my 30th anniversary.
Wow, that's pretty good. And during that time frame, you've seen a lot of employees come and go.
Seen lots come and go. I think when I came to work, there was around 2,800 people here.
Okay, and when you came to work here, I mean, what were your choices for work in this area 30 years ago?
Well, there was probably a little bit of more diversity back then. There was a few more, local businesses, clothing stores and stuff of that nature. But as far as plants, this was pretty much one of the bigger plants. There was a couple other plants up the road, but this was one of the major players.
So with that being said, you've seen a lot of changes in your town and community in the last 30 years as far as work opportunities.
Oh yes, sir. There's lots of things that were here then that's been gone for several years.
Now, the paper mill here is, this is one of the major employers in the area?
I guess if you were looking at major employees, this is a major employer in the area.
And how many employees are at this mill?
I think now between the Canton and Waynesville facility, there's probably around 1,000, 1,100, somewhere in that neighborhood.
So, and this town, basically, with the mill being the largest employer in town, the fortunes of the town probably kind of rise and fall with the operation of the mill.
Oh yes, most definitely.
And if there was an extended downtime, whether market-related conditions or that lack of orders, what do you think would happen to the town?
Well, I think the town pretty much depends on the mill to survive. If the mill wasn't running, if it was extended downtimes or whatever, what few businesses we have left, small businesses, I don't know that they could survive any length of time.
And if there was a major layoff, let's say that 200 to 300 people got laid off because of changing economic conditions, where would they have to go to find work at the same level of what they're earning now?
Well, I don't know how much the level would be as far as wage rates, insurance benefits, the whole package. The closest place to here is probably Asheville, which is around 30 to 45 miles away. It's according to where you go, and I'm not sure that all those industries over there are at the same level as our paper mill.
Okay. Now, this town, your membership that works at the mill, they're involved in community activities?
Yes.
So if something was to happen, the expendable income that they have to do those things, that would kind of dry up too, wouldn't it?
Oh yes, definitely.
So all your outside social activities and your school groups that are supported by the 1,000 employees here, they would also be hurting and trying to find other means of financing themselves.
Oh yes, definitely, because we do a lot of things for our youth groups and even our high schools.
And the mill, they donate Christmas baskets.
Yeah, we have a Christmas basket fund, which gives people, people that don't have what we have, the opportunity to, we feed them. They take underprivileged kids and take them, shopping and buy them outfits and clothes for Christmas. And that's been going on at this mill for several years.
So this mill has really become a major player in the community as far as all aspects of life.
My opinion, yes, you are correct.
And if you were able to talk to the people that are in charge of this trade business and, with all sorts of imports coming in that are taking away good paying jobs with the benefits, what would you tell them? What do we need to have done?
Well, I think the first thing we need is let's play on an equal playing field. I mean, it costs us to send something to them. Play on an even playing field, because I think in all reality, our product's probably a much better product, much more involved, and it'll all come out to the better of us.
Another major factor that you have here at the mill is that this mill handles all the wastewater treatment for the town. Is that correct?
That's the way I understand it. They treat everything that comes through the city limits.
So if something was to happen to the town, not only would it affect the tax base for the whole town and also the county, the town would have to be looking at doing something to handle their wastewater.
Well, yeah, the town would either have to own, buy, or hire to man the wastewater treatment plant.
Okay. And if, these are good paying jobs, let's face it.
Oh, yeah.
What would you do at this point, or if you had a child that worked at the mill, if something happened to them, would they have to pick up and move somewhere else and disrupt the whole family to find meaningful work?
I think to make a living wage and survive, they probably would. I don't see nothing in this area that, compares.
We've seen losses of other jobs in this area. I mean, I know when we were talking, we talked a little bit about the textile and some of the other industries that are gone now. When those industries leave, there's nothing really coming in to replace them. Is that correct?
That's correct. There's not a whole lot of replacing what's left.
Okay. And do you have a grasp on what would happen to the tax base in this town if something was to happen to the mill? They're one of the major taxpayers, I would imagine.
I'm sure they are. No, I really don't have a good grasp on what it would be, but, I don't know what would be left of Canton, Haywood County. I mean, there's nothing else feeding the money there.
Okay. Well, Keith, I really want to thank you for taking time out of your day to come and talk to us. I appreciate you coming down. And anything else you'd like to say?
No, I'm pretty well. I've pretty well run out of words.
Okay.
But I enjoyed it. I
Okay.
appreciate the opportunity.
Thank you very much.